first of all, I would say that the COVID vaccine there are two different types of COVID vaccines, and the ones that are used in pregnancy or are commonly licensed to be used in pregnancy, people will have heard the names Pfizer and Moderna. So these vaccines are not DNA vaccines at all. They are what are called messenger RNA vaccines. So if you think about it simply, the DNA is like having your grandmother's recipe book, which sits on the shelf. But when somebody in another household wants that recipe, you don't send the full recipe book to them. You take it out, you open it to the right page, you copy the recipe down and send it to them. So your DNA is grandma's recipe sitting in your shelf. mRNA is the recipe that you're writing down on a piece of paper to send to somebody else. So that is what the vaccine contains. It doesn't contain any DNA. When we give the vaccine to the pregnant woman, to the mother, when we give it to anyone, even if they're not pregnant, we put it into the muscle in the arm. So what that vaccine is doing is that the mRNA, the recipe that you have written down on the piece of paper, goes into the cells in your arm and tells the cells in your arm to start to make that recipe. So you've sent your recipe off to your friend in her house, and she now is cooking that recipe. So that is what has happened with the vaccine. The vaccine has told the cells in your arm to start cooking that recipe, which will then recognize the COVID-19 virus when it comes along into your body and fight it. And so once your body has recognized that recipe, it doesn't need to hold on to it anymore. It just destroys it. So like your friend who uses the recipe, cooks it, and then just puts it away, doesn't look at it again because now they know what to do with it. That means that mRNA is destroyed completely in the muscles of your arm. So it doesn't even get into your system. It doesn't even get into your nucleus or into your cells, into your DNA. And so what that necessarily also means is that it cannot go through your circulation and get to baby's DNA or alter baby's genes because it doesn't even reach the baby.